People often say that a person's life is shaped by the way they think. Throughout history, many successful individuals have proven this idea. Visionaries like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos achieved greatness because they believed in their ideas and their potential. In the famous book Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill, one powerful concept is repeated again and again. What you consistently think about, you eventually become. But if that's true, then why do so many people struggle in life? Why do some people remain stuck in the same situation for years? Today's story answers these questions through a simple yet powerful example. Many years ago, at a crowded railway station, there lived a poor beggar. Every day he sat on the platform asking travelers for a few coins while they waited for their trains. From morning to evening, he survived only on whatever small change people gave him. Most passengers ignored him. Some felt pity and dropped a coin into his bowl. That was his daily routine. One afternoon, while sitting near the tracks, the beggar noticed a man walking confidently onto the platform. The man was dressed in an elegant suit and carried himself with the calm confidence of someone successful. His shoes were polished, his watch looked expensive, and his posture showed authority. The beggar thought to himself, "This man must be wealthy. If I ask him for help, he will surely give me something generous." With hope in his heart, the beggar walked toward the man and stretched out his hand. But something unexpected happened. Instead of giving him money, the businessman looked at him carefully and asked a strange question. "Tell me," the man said calmly. "Do you always take from people, or have you ever given something to someone?" The beggar was confused. No one had ever asked him such a thing before. After a moment he replied, "Sir, I'm only a beggar. I survive by asking others for help. I have nothing to give." The businessman gave a small smile and replied, "If you believe you have nothing to offer, then you shouldn't expect anything in return." The beggar stared at him, shocked. The man continued, "I am a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you give me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing to offer, then I cannot give you anything." With those words, the businessman stepped onto his train and left. The beggar stood frozen on the platform, deeply disturbed by what he had heard. That evening, the beggar couldn't stop thinking about the conversation. He replayed the businessman's words again and again in his mind. If you have nothing to give, you shouldn't expect anything. For the first time in his life, he began to question himself. Maybe this is why people rarely give me money. I only ask, but I never give anything in return. That night he lay awake, staring at the ceiling. But another question troubled him. What can I possibly give? 2 days passed. During that time, the beggar hardly asked anyone for money. Instead, he kept thinking about how he could offer something to people. On the third day, while sitting beside the railway tracks, he noticed something beautiful. Near the edge of the platform, colorful wildflowers were growing. Their bright colors immediately caught his attention. Suddenly, an idea appeared in his mind. What if I offer people a flower whenever they give me a coin? Excited by the thought, he carefully picked a few flowers and returned to his usual spot. When the first passenger gave him a coin, the beggar smiled and handed him a flower. The passenger looked surprised, but he accepted it with a smile. Soon the beggar started giving flowers to everyone who helped him. That very day, the man left the railway station and he never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, 2 well-dressed men met again at the same railway station. They shook hands politely. But one of them looked confused. "Have we met before?" he asked. The other man smiled. "Yes, we've met here twice before." The first man looked carefully, and suddenly his eyes widened in shock. "Wait, you're the beggar. The one who used to sit on this platform." The former beggar laughed warmly. "Yes, that was me. But today," he continued proudly, "I own a successful flower business. I'm traveling now to expand it to other cities." The businessman was amazed. "What changed your life?" he asked. The flower seller smiled and said, "You did. That day you taught me one of life's most important lessons. We only receive when we first give. And I realized something else. I was never truly a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just needed to change the way I saw myself." The 2 men shook hands again, this time as equals. Your life is shaped by the way you see yourself. If you believe you are weak, poor, or incapable, you will remain that way. But if you recognize your hidden abilities and believe in your potential, you can transform your life completely. Your thoughts create your future. Change the way you think, and your life will begin to change as well.